Welcome back. Today I have another account review for you guys, and today we have Roseanne. Okay, they are a C player. Okay, so we got two back-to-back C players. Very nice. They are a light spinner. Or they're just a casual of what to pull and what not to pull. Also a professional Xiangli player. Oh, this is very rare. We don't see players like this all the time. Camellia, Yao, and Aemeath and Hiyuki for their units to focus on. And we have the top 1% Xiangli player, maybe. Ooh, ooh. All right, well, let's peep and see if this is a top 1% Xiangli account. So let's hop right into this. But before we do that, let's get a word for today's sponsor. Are you looking to get Lynae for cheaper? With Enjoy GM, it's a safe way that lets you get in-game top-ups at a discount up to 21% off compared to the official price. The $100 pack only costs $80 here, which is an insane discount. Confused on how to top up? All you need is your UID, server region, no giving your password away. And after you do that, you're gonna look over in the game, and then you should get it here in a second. And boom, there you go. The Lynae subscription has hit my account, and I'm going to show you guys this is my account right here. As you see, my name, my YouTube. Better yet, by clicking my link in the description and being a new user to Enjoy GM, you get an extra 8% coupon on your first top bonus on any game you desire. Not only that, Enjoy GM is trusted by the PCI DSS with a 4.6 review, so you can shop safely with no problem. What are you waiting for? Use my link to hurry up and get those discounts and sweet old good pull with Enjoy GM. Okay, so here on Roseanne's account, I already see something bad here. I see a S6 Lynae. I feel very bad for you. Okay, so their bio Tom Pass. June 20th, baby. So their birthday literally just passed not that long ago. Let's look at their friends list. Or they have Zoro on their friends list. Okay, that's very exceptional. They have Zoro Nero on their friends list. Okay, that is very interesting names. To what I can see, there's no players with an S6 character, I don't think. Never mind, as I was speaking. All right. And then we have a Jin Shin lover here. I would love to view their account, Jin Shin main. And then but we have the Carthia right here, Carthia S6. Besides that, I don't think there is anything else here. Yeah, so let's go look at the pools here. So let's just see. Pools. They have a temple, a temple-ish to their name. Okay. Let's look at this right here. They have 233 corals. Okay, that's very nice. And then we can look at their Lynae subscription. They have 39 days. Okay, 39 days. Purchase, they have not spent any of their double up bonuses yet. So I guess they're probably going to spend them whenever they feel like it, because you know they do say they're a light spinner. So when they want a character they don't have in the pools, they're gonna just spin it. So let's look at their characters now. Okay, and on the characters and for the Xiangli build, I would say the Xiangli build is honestly pretty good. This is honestly a pretty good Xiangli build. Okay, we're missing a crit damage roll. I don't think we're top 1% missing a crit damage roll. But this echo is very nice. This echo is very nice. But we're missing one crit damage roll. We're missing one crit damage roll. Maybe I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Maybe you changed out. Okay, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe this piece was supposed to be on Xiangli. So I'm gonna switch it. I'm gonna switch it. Right. I'm gonna switch it. Let me just make sure. Okay, yeah, maybe this piece is also on Xiangli. So, okay, maybe this is what the Xiangli looked like. Okay, when it has the actual correct build on there. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna just triple check. I'm gonna triple check for you. Okay, I guess this build is the one that was supposed to be on Xiangli. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. I'm gonna just say this one. I'm gonna just say this one because this one like is very good. So honestly, for a Zhang Liao build, it looks pretty good. S6 Zhang Liao. Now his S1 and S2 is like but when you get to like his S6's damage is very high. Like this X6 is honestly pretty good. It's pretty good. So if you like Zhang Liao and you want him to last for a very long time, his S6 is a good S6 and it can last you for a very long time. It does hit pretty hard. But yeah, for Zhang Liao build is I approve if it looks like this. I don't know what the other thing you had on. I don't approve of that. But this I will approve. I will approve of this. On the Lynae, this is good enough. This is a good enough build. I would definitely max out these two. I would definitely max out these two. Besides that, the Lynae build looks pretty good. Looks good enough. We have the shorekeeper. Yeah, this is good enough. This is good away. Actually, I would definitely max this out. I would definitely max that out. Yang Yang. Uh, duh, 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 uh. I mean, you have double crit on everything. There's not really anything you could do about that. I definitely don't like how the only character I've seen with max out traces is literally just Xiangli. That's cool, whatever, but you definitely need to max out the traces on your other DPSs. So definitely do that. Definitely do that. But besides that, the Yang Yang build is good enough. It's good enough. It's good enough. Then we have the Hiyuki, not 100% crit rate. That's very very sad. You're 2% off. Besides that, the Hiyuki looks good enough. I could definitely tell, like, either roll very low crit damage rolls or okay, it just roll very low crit damage rolls because your crit damage is also pretty low, just like the other dudes, Hiyuki. But at least he had a 100% crit, but you're 2% there. 2%, 2%. Then we have Aemeath, you're at a 0.2% of missing a crit. I would scream and jump and holler like a baby if I seen my Aemeath miss a crit at 0.2%. Yeah, that just kind of is what it is, though. But at least you have her trace max out on like your other characters, so that's very, very nice. The Aemeath build with itself, though, is very, very good. It was just I will be very sad if I see my Aemeath miss a crit at 0.2%. And then we had the I definitely do not approve of this. She needs a bit more ER, a bit more ER, and her crit stats are very low for her being on this set. Her crit stats are very low for being on this set. Weapon wise, I think it'll honestly be a little bit better if you ran this instead. This weapon is definitely just better than this. So I would definitely level this up instead. Level this up. This weapon is definitely better than Genshi's weapon for Dichisha here. But yeah, it's either you get her better crit stats and a little bit better ER. You could simply get her better crit stats with a ER3 cost, or just simply throw her on the healer set and call it a day. But yeah, Cho Yan. Oh, okay, I don't know why I chose yes. We're gonna walk past Shoyen. We have the Augusta. This that uh, oh okay, wait. The Augusta had a different piece on at first. So I'll do the due diligence and I'll put this back on. I'll put this back on. Maybe it'll change my thoughts here. It did change my thoughts a tad bit. This does look a bit better. This does look a bit better. I would definitely max out all her traces. You could probably skip out on the intro. I would definitely max out these two though. Definitely max out these two though. Those like guaranteed to hit. The intro sometimes can miss. Besides that, the custom build is honestly it's good enough. It's good enough. It's good enough. And then we had the Carthathea. Uh yeah. Like you could definitely tell it's missing a little bit of crit stats here. Yeah, yeah, definitely could be a little bit worked on. Definitely could be a little bit worked on. And on Zanny, this is a good enough build for Zanny. S1. Yeah, it's good enough. I definitely would prefer if you had a little bit more crit rate, like closer to 50% if you possible. Phoebe. For a Moonlit build, this is a good enough Zanny. Phoebe. I don't know why it's called Phoebe Zanny twice. Honestly, it's better ratio than some of your DPSs here. Except for Zhang Liao, honestly, it's about equal to your Zhang Liao's build, honestly. The Phoebe build on support set is about equal to your Zhang Liao build, which is kind of diabolical. But yeah, that that is insane. That is diabolical. But yeah, the Phoebe build is pretty good, pretty good. And then we have the Carlotta. This better be S1. Okay, immediately change this Carlotta build. I'm gonna help you out here because that is just disgusting. We should not be on a Carlotta with that low of crit rate if we're at without this one, and then not running her with shorekeeper. But I'm gonna guess you're running her with shorekeeper most likely. But yeah, if you're running that low of crit rate, definitely at least bare minimum have her S1 because that is just a no. You can easily fix that build by giving her a crit rate 4, but then you're basically done after that because it seems like your stats was pretty good. And then we have the Camellia. I definitely Camellia no sig. Ooh. Okay, I've no I've played Camellia no sig. I have cleared like DPM and stuff like that. Ooh, that's Okay, I thought that was a crit roll. That's not a crit roll. I played it and I did beat. Ooh, that's a really good echo. I did beat DPM without Camellia, without her Sig. It's just that Camellia kind of wants her Sig nowadays because, I mean, her best team is quite literally a free-to-play team. So having her Sig is very, very helpful. Plus her Sig buffs her a lot, and I mean a lot. So yeah, but I just wish you had a higher crit rate, a little bit closer to 70, because Camellia is a crit merchant. So if she misses that crit to Inferior, then you just kind of want to just flop like a little fish. But besides that, I think that's all the builds. Almost S6 Caltraro. S6 Lin Yang. And then you have a random Yang Yang sister down here. Inceptional. Oh, well, you have Lucy. She's just not built. She's just not built. She's getting there. I guess she's getting there. I mean, I guess I give you a little bit of recommendations here. Um, just I think I did see your thing was on the other guns here. So you are pulling. Yeah, you are pulling for it. So yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, just basically pull that weapon, then start building her, and you're pretty much done. Yin Lin, I don't think you have a team your Yinlin could really see going. I guess your Augusta, but I'm pretty sure more Tevi would be better. I guess your Zhang Liao, but honestly, like, yeah, Lynae is also just still better. I mean, she could go with Hiyuki. She could go with Hiyuki, but Sanhua could be like almost as equally as strong. So besides like the Hiyuki, I'm pretty sure that's really about it. And I guess the Augusta a little bit. Besides that, that's also pretty much it. So honestly, you kind of could just leave her down here if at all possible. If you had a Jin Shi, then she would have a home. But right now she's a little bit homeless. The Verena don't have S2, very unfortunate. Besides that, pretty good Verena nonetheless. S6 bullying, not S6 bullying. Okay, yeah, GG's. Besides that, I think that's about it. S4 Encore. You also had the Rebecca, of course, because it was given for free. But I think that's pretty much it. So I could tell you don't have the Chacona just like the other dude's account, but unlike the other dude, you actually have the Zenny with the Phoebe. He has the Zenny with no Phoebe. Like I said to him, if you want to keep playing Carthea, do not pull Chacona. Don't pull none of Carthea's teammates. Just pull Carthea dupes S2 to S3 preferably, and then you're pretty much gonna have a functional unit by herself at that point. So I think it's gonna be it for the characters. Let's go look at the end game. Okay, when it comes to the end game clears, we have a left tower here, fully cleared with the Augusta Mortepi, and then we have right tower. Oh, Rose Thunder clear with dual clear Carthea and the Sanhua. I definitely think it's possible, but I think your Carthea build might be a little bit too bad for that. You're missing a bit too much stats there to do that. With a little bit better build that you should be able to, but if you can't do this little clear you're trying to do here, you can easily just throw on your Colada and slam that very, very easily. And then we had the middle tower beating this easily with Zhang Liao. And then I'm surprised you didn't use Zhang Liao here on the last floor. I'm surprised you didn't use Xiangli out here on the last floor, but you used the Hiyuki. We had the Aemeath and the Hiyuki, a double clear here for the last floors. Very, very exceptional. Let's go look at the Wuwa. For Wuwa here, we have a 3.9K, not even getting the S. I definitely think you can if you just use your Zhang Liao. I mean, he's S6 for God's sake. I would definitely just use the Zhang Liao. But yeah, this could definitely clear. Last one, you used the Zandy Phoebe with the Hiyuki here, and it got the clear for the 4.7 there. I definitely think you can clear this very easily. I mean, just use Zhang Liao. I mean, I guess I think there are electro res enemies here. Okay, they are. But genuinely, you have a S6 Zhang Liao, that shouldn't be a problem. So yeah, like I said, it's not like Zhang Liao. I know he's a 1.8 character, so you probably think his dupes is weak, but no, Zhang Liao can definitely clear that very easily into Electro Res. He's S6 for God's sake, and his S6 actually hits hard. So yeah, let's look at DPM. DPM, I guess they're still kind of doing it. Let me just see here. I mean, okay, no, they did it already. They're just like resetting, I guess, trying to get better scores or something like that. But the best they got was the 16K. Or no. They got 21K. They got 21K because they had the 21K rewards here. So yeah, but right now they're at 16K. They got a 7.5 here with the Aemeath, and then a 5.7 here with a Trow, Rebecca, and the Yang Yang. And then we have the Augusta Morvarina. This team should definitely be able to get a 5K too. But yeah, just keep going, and you should be able to get you a little bit better score before the DPM closes if you want to. But that's gonna be it for the end games. For exploration, we have the 11X area is it seems like they're still doing it, and then we have the new area. They have one of the areas 100%. And then we have the 31X area. They are also still have quite the few pools they can get from here. And then we have the Septimon and Renner City area. They still have quite the few pools they can get from there. And then Black Shores is fully 100%. Okay, so for my final thoughts on this account, I mean, for a Jigglyao lover account, honestly, it's not bad. Like I said, the Jigglyao build, is not his original build that I see him on. I mean, this is the build you had him on, but the one I put him on, it looked way better. But this build, it's a pretty good account. It's a pretty good account. Honestly, yeah, it's honestly not bad. It's just that your team compositions, you have them kind of. So like you have Lynae here for your Zheng Liao, but your Zheng Liao can easily be ran with your Ginlin if you just build her. But you know, you are a Zheng Liao lover, so you're gonna run the Lynae instead with him because it is indeed his best teammate. But when it comes to your other teammates, so you have like this Aemeath here, but she has like no teammates besides the Lynae. And then you have this Hiyuki here who has like teammates, you have the Lynae, you have the Chisha, and you do have Yang Yang's sister down here. So she does have teammates she can work with. Yang Yang is a pretty exceptional character. She has pretty free to play team, so you can just run more Tepi plus Yang Yang and her sister, or you could just run Rebecca too instead of more Tepi if you like the Rebecca over the more Tepi. And then for your Cho Yan here, he's just kind of here. Uh you have not a single echo skill DPS here. So this is like one of your bad pulling decisions here. But I would say I would just wait. He'll probably prosper sooner or later for you, either if you make him a DPS fully with his history, or you just wait for like a new echo skill DPS to cut on drop, or if you pull Sigrika. I definitely don't think if you're not pulling Sigrika, do not pull any echo skill DPS or anything for this man. But besides that, I would just probably wait for a new echo skill DPS, see if they actually work with Chilean pretty good, which they most likely is going to be. And then you can pretty much go from there if you want to pull them or not for your Cho Yan to actually have a home. Besides that, like I said, the Cardathia, do not pull her teammates, just pull her dupes. Like I said, preferably S2 to S3, and you're pretty much done. Do not pull Cardathia teammates. Like I said, repeat, do not pull Cardathia teammates unless you just like Chicona, then by all means. Besides that, I just think your pulling decisions were poor at times. I definitely think this S6 Jing Liao is helping your stuff out a lot. It's definitely helping out your stuff out a lot. But yeah, it's very questionable pulling whenever it comes to some of this stuff. You was probably just pulling for your papers, and that's really about it. It is that at least that now that you have Rebecca in the game, you can now use either your more Tepi with the Augusta or with the Yang Yang or the Rebecca, what either or, and you kind of go about your day and just use the one or the others for both of them. So it kind of is working out a little bit. It's just more so your Aemeath and Cho Yan, they're both just almost kind of homeless. They almost is just kind of homeless. So if you was to ask me what you should pull next, genuinely, I would probably say wait. Wait for who exactly? Mm, Either you can pull investment for like Cardathia or something. If she does get another rerun, I think that is going to be very unlikely because I'm pretty sure she's on the beginner better now. So pulling for Dukes for Cardathia is going to be pretty hard because I don't think she's going to get a rerun anymore. So she's going to be on the new player banner. So yeah. Besides that, I think you should just wait. I really think you should just wait. You could simply go for like an S2 to S3 Aemeath. This is also really broken, even stronger than the Aemeath one. I mean, not Aemeath, the Carthia one. So, like I said, since your Aemeath doesn't have really that much teammates, you could simply just completely ignore Aemeath's teammates too, and just pull her S3. Fully functional solo unit there. So there's like a few options you have here. You have a few options you have here. I would personally just wait. I mean, you are on my Discord server, so if you have any more questions after the account review, like should I pull this character, or do you think this character would be good for my account, or should I pull investment for this character? You are on my server, so you can ask these questions very simply. But I'm going to go ahead and give my grade for your account here. Okay, so for your grade, this was honestly pretty hard to grade because, like I said, Xiangli S6 is not bad. But it's more so you're pulling decisions almost after the Xiangli Your pulling decisions after that just became pretty poor. You didn't fully finish teams. Besides, like about 3, you finished the Xiangli team. You got a Lynae. You finished all the Yang Yang team. You have the Yang Yang plus Shisha plus her sister. So that's another team. You have the Zenny VB, which is also another pretty strong team. Then besides that, you kind of just stopped. So yeah, so plus the random Choyan, which bro was just he's just there. So for the grade, I think this is like really, really hard. I want to give you an A, but you have a very much like a Edgen A plus account. It could be even better if you just pull a little bit more investment. Or if you just had like a little bit extra characters too, that would have been a little bit better too there. Like if you had like Morier, for example, plus her S1, it'll be even better. I would have easily gave you an A plus off of that, off the current stuff you have, plus the Morier with her S1. But your account is in too much. It has too many cook situations with too many DPSs. So I think I'm gonna just give it an A for now because, like I said, the Aemeath has like no teammates because you're gonna run the Xiangli out with the Lynae, but you can easily build your Yin up and run her with the Xiangli out here and be able to run your Lynae with the Aemeath, making stuff a little bit easier for you there. So if you want to make things a little bit better and keep running like your favorite your best team here with your Xiangli out, easily just pull investment into the Aemeath S2 to S3 or even your what's her name Karathea, but this one is, like I said, it's probably going to be a very unrealistic one because she is on the new player banner, so her getting a rerun is going to be very unlikely. So yeah, and then yeah, the random Choyan, the Augusta's fine. You have her Sig, so this is honestly good enough. Your build's pretty good. So yeah, Augusta's a pretty free play DPS. The Hiyuki, yeah, it's just like another one, just kind of cooked because you're running your Lynae with the Xiangli. So yeah, you have a pretty decent amount of cook stuff. At least one thing for the Hiyuki is that you can run Hiyuki with the Carlotta. So Hiyuki Carlotta, it's not, even though it sounds like it's just a for fun team, it is a realistic team you can indeed run. It's just for your last lot there. It definitely had to be like a shorekeeper or probably like a Vavrina or even like a Yang Yang sister. So you have the options at least with your not Aemeath, the Hiyuki here and your Yang Yang, but your Karathea and Aemeath here, they're a little bit too cooked, and like I keep saying, the random Xiangli Ao. But that's gonna be it for. I mean, they're not the regular Xiangli Ao, regular Chogen. But that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you guys like this type of content. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go lay down or something. But I hope you guys enjoy this content. If you guys like this type of content, please like, comment, subscribe. And if you guys want to, you can join my Discord if you want to account review or you just want to chill, talk to gotcha players, do all types of stuff, or help gotcha players. Because, like I said in my last video, we added a helper role. So if you want to join just to help gotcha players to get better at the game, help with information, something like that, you can join the Discord and you can help them very easily. Just ask for the role and you'll be granted it very easily. But that's gonna be it. I hope you guys have a wonderful night, wonderful afternoon, a wonderful morning, wherever you are. Anyways, peace out.